a brief information about VR first, because there are lots of interest going on, as much as we discussed so far during this very interesting event. And we actually, I'm working in Crytek, but we actually have initiated a new initiative called VR First. And we get the chance to give a very brief information in the major announcement yesterday, but I would like to give much more information to bring what kind of opportunities that we could you could benefit from, and there are lots of different kind of tools and opportunities that VR First could bring to universities and to studios worldwide. I will try to explain it very briefly today. So, as you see, our main motto is democratizing VR AR innovation, and we are tapping into two main challenges of the industry. One is as you see here, there is a lot of deficit in terms of the headsets, wearables, and any kind of device while working on VR and AR. And unfortunately, there is a huge competition around, which means that you could experience like more than 5-6 headsets right now. And on the AR side, as you see, there are many smart glasses around. And for a developer, it is sometimes really difficult to purchase all of them, to experiment all of them. But on the other hand, you have to decide which one that you would like to work on it, right? So this is one of the biggest problems that we have as an industry, because in order to cultivate or empower the developers, you need to let them experiment everything, the new platform, the technology, and as you see here, there is only 1.5 headset per university right now, and there is also 51 students per headset, which means that, let's say you are working in a university, you have to wait 50 of your friends to work on VR or AR, which is really embarrassing for everybody. And on the other hand, there will be a huge employee or talent demand, especially in the following 4 or 5 years. We expect like more than 300,000 employees needed for only VR industry. We believe that it will be the same for AR industry as well, or AR platforms as well. So the second challenge that we are addressing is, we call it content hardware dilemma, because as you all observe in the industry, there is a lot of hardware versions going on and launching every year, every quarter, and all of these hardware headsets or hardware devices, they are unfortunately launching without satisfying number of content. So even if you as a hardware manufacturer have a platform or app store, you couldn't be able to populate it in an efficient manner. So it brings a lot of content-related problems. And there is a recent research that is being launched like 1 month ago by Perkuskoy and Upload VR. As you see, 37% of the VR industry executives, startup founders, and the big names from the VR industry, they have stated that there is the biggest challenge is inadequate content offering. Even if you start creating content for the device, for like till you finish, always there is another version of the device, so all of your content-related efforts may be in vain. So what we suggest in this challenge is we believe that the content creation and hardware production process should be much more in parallel and much more collaborative, in a collaborative approach. Otherwise, we always have to wait for the hardware to launch, and hardware companies should always have to wait for content population, which will become a very problematic situation, since we are talking about a very competitive and very disruptive industry. So we are actually addressing these two challenges in the core, but of course VR first has different kinds of goals by its nature. The main idea is to set up innovation labs. We call it actually also modern libraries in different parts of the world, equipped with all the devices for the community, for the local community in that area. So we are also bringing universities, partners, and community. When you look at the function of each, partners are providing the equipment, headsets, devices, PCs, and universities are providing the labs and spaces and coordination, of course. And of course, community, on the other hand, is utilizing these facilities for their own projects. It could be a student, it could be a researcher, or it could be even an indie developer that would like to establish their own company. So these places is working with this workflow, but on the other hand, we really would like to utilize this place or position these places as a know-how capture center, so that whatever happens in that region in terms of VR and AR could be easily captured here and shared in global. And on the other hand, we would like to create a knowledge base so that the know-how created or shared in these areas could be easily connected to the other labs worldwide. So what does VR first look like as a lab? As you see here, it consists of PCs, headsets, devices, input-output control devices, and of course other tools that is necessary on software side. And as I mentioned, we position these labs as a modern library. So our main criteria is to position these labs as accessible as possible. So even if you are working or if you are studying, you could be able to work on these labs after your school or your work. And since the community gatherings and other opportunities are always happening in these labs, you will always have the chance to find your maybe co-founder or your developer, your artist, or your business development manager, maybe. So it is a good way of networking here in these labs. As I mentioned, we are providing the headsets, but on the software side, maybe you have heard of it, CryEngine becomes totally free, starting from March. I mean, there is no cost for membership, there is no cost for royalty. It is absolutely free compared to other engines and other tools. And we position CryEngine with the same aspect. We would like to democratize VR and AR innovation or development. So that's why we bring CryEngine for free for the use of all VR and AR developers. And on the other hand, we have an indie development fund which has more than $1 million budget right now. We have selected the first phase projects, and it will be announced in the following months. And we are right now looking for the second phase project, so you could always have the chance to submit your project here. And the good news is the community itself is selecting the finalists and the projects that is worth to be supported, worth to be funded. And lastly, I don't know you have the chance to look for the CryEngine powered projects, especially on VR. We have now created a Climb for Oculus, and Climb is right now the flagship title of Oculus platform. It is being used by different retail stores, including Best Buy, MediaMarkt worldwide. And Oculus is using this, utilizing this product, this experience as a conversion experience for even any retail visitor to Best Buy and MediaMarkt. And on the other hand, we already finished, but we are waiting for Sony PlayStation VR launch, and there will be another title coming out of Crytek again, called Robinson, The Journey, and it will be also Sony exclusive title for PlayStation VR. So if you have the chance to experience these titles, you will see that CryEngine is always pushing the boundaries and always making believable worlds for your own experience. So when we look at the progress for VR first, it is a very new initiative for us. It has been started like only 8 months ago, and you see that we have more than 500 universities as an academic network, and more than 200 of them already submitted their proposals, their applications to us for their VR First Lab, and we have confirmed 26 of them in different parts of the world. And as you see, the US has like 11 labs right now. In Europe we have 13 labs, and we have just initiated the first lab in Asia. We plan to expand it much more, and we have also another lab in New Zealand. So there's a huge interest from different labs, different universities, and we really would like to use this opportunity to connect the labs together. And of course we are participating to many events, so that VR First Labs become much more visible. And we are working very closely with IEEE, especially IEEE Digital Census Initiative, that we are working very closely. I don't know if you have any idea about IEEE Digital Census, but it is a very new initiative as well. Maybe you have heard all of the VR-related innovations are coming from IEEE Fellows or IEEE environment. So having this collaboration with IEEE is really critical for us. We are not only reaching to the labs or universities, we also have the chance to work on the standards and other perspectives. And Digital Census is covering virtual reality, AR, and human augmentation. So it is a very long-term project for IEEE as well. You could find the details about the IEEE Digital Census. So in my last 5 minutes, I would like to share more details about our survey results. 1 minute? Okay. So it is, we already shared, so I will go very quickly. As you see here, there is a huge interest of universities, and there are lots of plans in terms of VR curriculum and VR courses, and we really would like to bring these facilities to the labs with the training, because without training it will be impossible to utilize these facilities and to empower the talents. We already mentioned about this, but I would like to mention about, as you see, it is not only a headset problem, but there is also a PC, high-end PC problem on the university side. So we would like to tap into these details. This is the headset distribution. Oculus is too high because because of DK2 and DK1, they have already penetrated to the universities much before than other competitors. But I'm sure that when we make the same survey again, I'm sure that it will be much more normalized in this in the next survey. This is the last slide that I would like to show. So here, as you see, we asked how many of the universities has at least one AR device. So it is only 5%. As I mentioned yesterday, we would like to invite AR hardware companies or middleware companies to be part of VR First, because right now we already have donations like hundreds of headsets and devices from VR companies. We would like to have the same partners from AR industry as well to make these numbers much more higher, so that we could have content creators for our own platforms, for our own app stores. And then lastly, I'd like to also mention about the other opportunities of VR, AR. When we look at the universities, you see that, okay, there's a content creation, but we use this innovation potential for different purposes. Since there are lots of disciplines inside university, you could always have the chance to reach to a researcher from neuroscience, a person from mechatronics, or other departments. So it's a huge opportunity, because right now when we look at all the universities that's inside our network, we could easily see that everybody is seeking for the most immersive experience. It's not only visual, but on other side as well. So I'd like to thank you all for listening. I hope we could be able to work together in the following months. Thank you.